Okay, y'all. They are working overtime to clear up Diddy's reputation right now. Okay? They dropped the 2Pac situation. And, it is a lot of things in the air right now. Superseding indictment or freedom for Diddy. You know, by the time he go back to court. One or the other. But they are working hard right now, y'all. We about to talk about it, okay, y'all? Hello, welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thank you all so much for watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you to my day ones, twos, and threes. Thank you to all my new subscribers that's coming in. That means well. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you all and welcome, welcome, welcome. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only, so everything is alleged, some is not, and the fair accuse is in my description box, y'all. So let's get to it, y'all. Let's get to it, y'all. It is a lot going on with Diddy's case right now, and y'all remember when I was telling you all that some of his cases they were throwing out. And this is what I'm hearing that's really just to break it down, a little more simple. Right now they are trying to clear up his reputation, the defense team, make him seem like he's squeaky clean. And on the other hand, they are claiming that, the feds, so they are working on a superseding indictment. So they're gathering more information, and allegedly the defense team is clearing his name of other things. So whatever they feel like they can throw out that they can't prove or whatever, that's what they are throwing out right now. And apparently 2pac's case was something that they could improve even though they have a witness that said that P. Diddy gave him $1 million. They said they can't prove that. So they're throwing it out. Now, this is crazy, okay, y'all? I told y'all it's a lot going on. Stuff that they can prove, they're keeping in. So there's more people coming with charges, and then they're throwing out stuff. So this is a little overall of they're trying to overhaul, get the bad stuff out that nobody has proof on, and the good stuff that's coming in or that's been lingering, they're going to push that to the forefront. Basically, this is what they're saying right now. So this is going to be interesting to sit back and watch. Them try to make Diddy seem like he is so sweet. Okay, y'all? P. Diddy won't face criminal charges after allegations that rapper ordered a hit on 2Pac. Even though everybody and their mama been saying this for years. Even celebrities have been saying this. You know what I'm saying? The person who allegedly did it and helped set it up, he said it. But it's not good enough for them to, charge him with this. They're basically telling us right now, y'all. They throwing out the 2Pac stuff. We all know this is some BS right now. I'm just saying. If that's the case, why aren't they letting Keefe D out? Or is they about to let him out too? Because word on the street is they're going to keep Keefe D in there. But they, and charge him for 2Pac because he told about his part, about what he did. But, they're going to let, P. Diddy off the hook. Which don't make sense to me. Because if Keefe D can snitch on himself, he should be able to snitch on Diddy too. My personal opinion, okay? I don't get it. I don't get it, y'all. That his word is not good enough when it comes to telling on Diddy, but his word is good enough when telling on himself. So they're gonna keep his word on himself in there, but let Diddy go. Okay, y'all. It's some weird stuff going on behind closed doors. Seriously, y'all. They're basically telling us that P. Diddy was never a bad boy. That none of this stuff is true. And when Cassie was doing all of this stuff and all of these Jane Does and this and that and that and this, it was their own fault. They wanted to do this. So he just, accommodated them on what they wanted to do already. He has no bodies. He has no this. He has no that. Whatever he's attached to, lies, lies, lies. This is what they're trying to throw out there to us right now, y'all. Their plans is to make Diddy image squeaky clean right now, y'all. Okay? He's not a bad boy. He never was a bad boy. He was always a good boy. This is what they about to throw out here to the world, y'all. Okay? It's going to be interesting to see what is about to take place right now. Because I'm telling y'all, if they let him out, they might as well let R. Kelly out. Because now they're talking about Diddy has, had a rough childhood. Things happened to him when he was younger. And this is why he's the way he is. Well, that's the case. R. Kelly had a rough childhood too. And things happened to him as well. So why is it okay for them to charge R. Kelly, but not okay to come full force on Diddy? And he has way more stuff going on than R. Kelly did. So I'm just saying, y'all, something is not right about this whole situation. Okay, y'all. They are basically trying to throw everything, that he did under the rug. And I'm going to just say this too, y'all. I told y'all that this is not going to work. I'm just saying, according to the numbers, and I'm strongly pushing the numbers right now because I feel it. I feel it like them throwing out stuff right now. And they did this right after the court date, okay? They started throwing stuff out. They started saying that, they dropped this, grape and strawberry allegations. They dropped a couple of those. Now the 2pac stuff. And I still don't feel like they should drop 2pac. Because if he, you got some proof that, this guy's going to give you $1 million. That he even spoke of somebody else that was attached to Aaliyah played a part in this stuff. With this whole little 2pac situation. I don't think they should drop the 2pac charges. But I think they're doing this to, make Diddy talk. Make him talk. Diddy is singing like Whitney Houston, my personal opinion, okay? I'm not going to say it's true or whatever, but because I don't know that, I'm not there. But my personal opinion is Diddy is singing. They want a bigger fish. And I think that this is the way they're doing it, okay? They're trying to, act like, don't y'all remember that TV series, movie Psycho? This is the guy that played in the Psycho. And they said, they'll see and they'll know and they'll say why she wouldn't even harm a fly. So this is what they're saying about Diddy right now. The defense, he wouldn't harm a fly. He's not who people are saying he is. Okay, y'all? You see his face up here and you see his face up here, y'all? And this guy was stone cold at his mad, okay, off his rockers. And this is what they are trying to make it Diddy look as if he is, wouldn't hurt a fly, but, this is who he really is, okay, y'all? They called him in that series, American Psycho, okay? This is the guy that plays Psycho. And this was in the movie, them saying that he wouldn't even harm a fly, okay, y'all? It's about to go down, y'all. I'm telling you, they want a bigger fish. And they're doing everything they possibly can, my personal opinion, to get to somebody else. And that somebody else, to me, is his partner. Okay, y'all? The fixer. This is who they want right now, the fixer. Everything that's coming out about Jay-Z is bad. Everything that they're trying to throw out there to the public now, the defense and, everybody is trying to act as if, Diddy's cases is getting dropped. The whole 2pac incident is getting dropped. They're trying to clear all this stuff up before, October, whenever the court date, October the 3rd. And when they go back before the judge, they're going to be able to be like, he don't got all these charges that he had at first. This has been thrown out. This has been thrown out. They're basically trying to clear his name. Okay, y'all? This is going to be interesting to see how this is going to play itself out because the judge, like I said, has a huge decision to make. Do you listen to the cries of all these victims that is writing you letters? Do you listen to all these people say that they are petrified, traumatized by this man? They're scared for their lives right now, okay? Do you listen to them? And the crazy part about this whole situation, out of all the industry, outside of Cat Williams and who else came forward to say anything? Outside of Cat Williams. Nicki Minaj is the only one that stepped up to the plate to be like, no, these guys is not who y'all think they are. They're bullies. They do things to people. They did it to me. I'm a celebrity. She's throwing it out there. And you got to give Nicki Minaj her shout out. You got to give her flowers, y'all, for stepping up to the plate when other men wouldn't even do it. There are so many alleged victims of Diddy, and a lot of the victims are men. A lot of the people hate Diddy in the industry. A lot of them. Okay, y'all? And I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Um, they're not saying anything. They're quiet as a mouse. Quiet as a mouse. Yeah, there's a guy that just came out and said, he did this and that and that and this. We got a couple of guys that's coming out, but these I do believe were lawsuits that they pushed forward so that, the prosecutors still have a little win. Because word on the street is they are working on a superseding indictment. So other people that he has harmed or whatever is awaiting, okay? Is awaiting right now for to be charged for some more stuff. And I guess they're just putting out there to the world to let the world know, what they got stacked against them to even go after Diddy. Okay, y'all? What they have piled up and stacked against them to have to even go after Diddy is huge. They're working against, they got so much stuff working against them. And look what the video I just did the last time, what the word on the street was. That prosecutor, that was a prosecutor that is, allegedly helping mess up the case. So I'm just saying, y'all, look what they're putting out there before they even do whatever it is that they're about to do again. If they're going to charge them for something else, they're letting the world know that they fighting against their own self, their own people, to do something about these. Look, I want y'all to think about when they did that Tupac movie, or it was a documentary, not the movie, but like the police part about them trying to find who took him out and all of that. And there were police officers that were saying that the police station was against them. The people that was really trying to find out who did what to what, okay? There were police that was basically against them doing their job. And it's the same thing now. Same thing now. We got some prosecutors that wants, justice. They want to, send Diddy where he needs to go, to prison. But all of them is not like that. Okay, y'all? Some of them, they working with him. And they're doing any and everything they can to, sabotage this case. But can they sabotage everything? Can they sabotage real evidence? Because it's a lot of real evidence out there, y'all. A lot of real evidence out there that Diddy did a lot of things that he wasn't supposed to do. Word on the street. Word on the street. So, like I said, give Nicki Minaj her flowers because she stood up when men wouldn't stand up. There are men right now that Diddy have done wrong. And word on the street is, and I'm going to just tell y'all this, there are a lot of whispers going around of 20 packages, 20 people that was given packages, y'all. And I looked it up. I looked that up about the packages situation. And that is, something that you can go to prison for. You can get fined. You can go to prison. You can even get life in prison for, delivering packages. Okay, y'all? And word on the street is those whispers is getting louder and louder and louder of people all around Diddy that allegedly he mingle tingle with and this and that and that and this that they were delivered these packages. Word on the street, y'all. So that's brewing too behind closed doors. So there's so many layers to this that it doesn't make sense. I'm gonna say this: God is good because He may get off on some of this other stuff, but some of this other stuff is gonna shine no matter what. So this is what I was telling y'all about. My day ones, twos, and threes a little while back. That I think that they're going to, try to use bribery or whatever they do. You know what I'm saying? To get Diddy to talk. And I think Diddy is going to talk. They're going to be like, we'll throw this out if you give us this information. We'll throw that out if you give us this information. And I think that's what's going on right now. But I don't think it's going to help him in the long run. Because Diddy is up in age. And the stuff that he has done that they can prove still can hold him in jail for the rest of his life. So, this is a, tripped out game that they're playing right now. But yeah, I do believe that they're trying to get to somebody much, much, much bigger, y'all. I'm just going to throw that out there. I think they want somebody else along with him. I don't think they just want him by himself. So this could be what's going on, okay? Then again, everybody could be wrong. We never know how this is going to go, because all of a sudden now, people were voted into office because of the fact that things like this was going on, and they thought that something was going to get done, even about that list, that Epstein list and all of that stuff. People were saying that they're going to get to the bottom of it, and this and that and this. And now they are singing a different tune. Okay, I have to throw that out there. People, trusted, and I have to say this was a very historic election. People trusted the people's word that they were going to get down to the bottom of stuff, and then now they're saying, oh, a lot of people is going to get hurt if that list comes out, wherever it is, blah, blah, blah. That list I put out the other day, that was a list from 3 years ago. A list from 3 years ago. And that was just like people that has been there on the island or whatever. But you would think that would have some of the people on there. I'm just saying, y'all. But they're saying now that, there's no list, and there were a list 3 years ago. So if you had a list of just the people that come to visit, you should still have that list. So it's starting to look like there's some covering up going on as well right now. I'm not sure. I'm trying to just kind of wait it out and see what's going on right now. But it's starting to look like there's some covering up going on, okay? All of this crap about Diddy and trying to make him seem like he's so sweet and innocent now, and he wouldn't hurt nobody and do nothing to nobody. And we got victims out here petrified, scared for their lives right now, okay? And we also have, bodies, allegedly, that need some justice for. So for this to just start looking like they brushing stuff under the rug, Diddy stuff is starting to get, Tupac stuff is getting, man, Tupac was one of the best rappers out here. Matter of fact, I think he was the greatest of all time to me. I think Tupac was the great. It's just like Whitney Houston could sing about anything. She could sing about the ABCs and just melt your heart. Tupac was that type of person to me, that he could rap about anything and he could make it sound good, okay? So he was like the Whitney Houston of rap to me. And for them to disrespect him like that and let Diddy get away with taking him out and label it as a rap beef, that's all, instead of it being something deeper than, what it was, because it really, I do believe, was something deeper than just a rap beef. I think that there were people behind the scenes that was making sure that this rap beef took place so they can get certain people out the way so they could get all the money. Okay? Look who got more of Biggie's money than his family did. P. Diddy. You know what I'm saying, y'all? A lot of these people that's going out the way they're going out, they're trying to leave their labels. All kind of stuff is going on behind the scenes. And now they're trying to just act as if, Biggie's son is like father like son. Both of them was sweating Skittles, and now he's being sued too with P. Diddy. They just making a mockery of a lot of people that passed away, but I have to just say it, still have to say it. When you was putting all these she-he's in your video and you rapping about this and that and then, she was pushing an agenda too, okay? So you can't get mad when people got his son all over, social media now, saying that he was Diddy's accomplice. He was bringing people to him too, just like everybody else, just like allegedly Dawn did, with her boyfriend, just like Cassie was doing, bringing people to the table, just like Young Miami allegedly did, was bringing her family, her friends, and everybody was everybody to the table. They said she brought Krishan Rock to the table so that they could turn her out too. So it's a lot going on right now when it comes to this whole situation. We don't know how this is gonna play itself out, but it is a lot going on behind closed doors, and I'm not surprised when you got a team like P. Diddy has, and it still shouldn't be that monsters get away with doing things. And this is why I say now, you never know the way things are gonna go. I was sitting back here the other day. I did a video on excuse me, y'all, on the flood in Texas. all of that flood and all of those people that lost their lives, and the majority of them, you know, it was a lot of little ones that lost their lives because they was at those camps and stuff like that. And this flood just came out of nowhere, y'all, out of nowhere, and everybody is like, "What the heck is going on?" You know, I did that video, and after I did that video, you know, stories started coming to me. A lot of people sending me different things and this and that and this, and which made me start digging too to find out what the heck is going on. But y'all, a lot of those sundown towns um, were flooded out, y'all. Those were like places where they didn't even want blacks there. Okay, after dark, you know, especially after dark, you became their prey. You know, they would just, you know, hunt you down or whatever, whatever. Yeah, y'all. You would become prey, basically, and they would hunt you down there. So a lot of these places flooded out, y'all. And word on the street is a lot of rumors are going around that a lot of those kids that were in those camps were children of, you know, these elites that we be talking about, y'all. Elite children. I'm gonna say this. I still feel bad for the people that lost their lives, even the children, because they can't pick that who their parents are. But yeah, y'all, this was crazy. This was crazy. But this is coming out now. You never know how some stuff is gonna turn around. You really don't. And I know a lot of people don't believe in God and stuff, because I used to be one that used to question a lot of stuff. But you know, as time that went past, and I just you live life a little bit, you notice that, you know, you either going to be on God's side or you're not. You're going to see things throughout your life that you're going to know that it is a God. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel right now. And y'all, things are tripped out how they're going. I'm just saying, you never know. Look at all those fires, you know, took place in Hollywood right after they disrespected God at the award shows. Then the next thing, oh, we lost our house here, and they were all over the place sad and all of that. After that, all of their little, you know, pictures, everything got burned up and stuff. But you all were laughing at the award show, talking about God gets zero. So, you know, you never know how some stuff is going to turn out. I truly feel in my heart that Diddy is going to get what's coming to him. And believe it or not, people that's close to Diddy right now are still afraid. They know that he is making decisions to save his life right now. And he don't mind throwing people under that bus to do so. Okay, y'all? And I think that they're going to let off a lot of these celebrities that was on those tapes. I think they're going to let them off. They're probably going to pay their way out of it and this and that and that and this. And this is why they didn't let that RICO charge stick. But we don't know what's going to take place right now. I know it's a lot of people saying, oh, you can't, you know, overturn a jury verdict and all this. But yes, you can. And that's still a possibility as well. It's a lot that happened in this case that it could go that way. But due to the fact that if you can get to a prosecutor, you know, you never know if somebody's going to get to this judge, or if this judge is just going to be on the up and up and really be for the victims and, you know, stand on business and overturn, you know, whatever the jury said and do this over again. I don't know what they're going to do. But I'm going to say this. I hope that, because I heard that Diddy picked this judge. I'm just saying, y'all. I heard that Diddy is the one that picked this judge. So it makes you wonder, why did he pick this judge? Did he know him? I'm just saying. It's a lot of questions that's up in the air right now. Is this even a front? Because a lot of bloggers feel like the judge don't like Diddy. But could that be a front? I'm just saying, y'all, you know how it's a lot of smoke and mirrors out here going on. If it's the people the very person that you would think that don't like each other be the ones that's working together with each other. You know what I'm saying? Remember I told y'all this about celebrities. There's a lot of celebrities that's family members, but they don't want people to know they're family members. A lot of rappers from different cities and states, and you find out years later, oh, that's so-and-so cousin and this and that. Yeah, because they like it like that. They don't want people to know that they got that connection so that they can, you know, keep the game rolling. Okay? I just find it weird that Diddy picked a judge that can't stand him. I'm just saying, y'all, didn't he pick this judge? My understanding. Y'all let me know in the comment section, because that's what I heard. Okay? And I'm also hearing that, oh, the judge don't like him. The judge don't like him. I can't tell. You know what I'm saying? That's not what I'm saying. The judge didn't allow certain things in the courtroom that would have helped lock Diddy up in that RICO to be proven. He did not allow it in. I'm just saying, y'all. The judge called himself, stop Diddy from, and doing stuff to the jurors and the witnesses and stuff like that. But, and warned him, remember? But Diddy still did it again. And he still didn't kick him out when he did it again. He still left Diddy in that courtroom, intimidating people by sitting there looking at him. Okay, y'all? So, I'm just saying, yeah. The one juror that they kick out, so they put somebody in there that's a plant. Like, come on. It just seems like everything went in Diddy's favor. And now it's still looking somewhat like it until we see different. I'm just saying, y'all, as far as when it comes to the people he's paying off. But I still don't believe he is going to be happy in the end and get out and just things go his way. I don't think so. I do not think so. I was looking at For No Fame too, and he was talking about what's that show, The Boondocks? And he said in one of the episodes of The Boondocks, they had an episode where a rapper, they was, yay. It kind of seemed like that episode was talking about P. Diddy. They had people standing up and they were like, yay, when the verdict came out that he was going to get off those main charges and not get life or whatever. It's seriously an episode that just kind of fit what just happened with P. Diddy, but they have R. Kelly look like R. Kelly is the one. You know what I'm saying? But what I got out of that is something similar, different than what For No Fame got out of it. Because when I saw that, I was like, okay, if this episode was about even just R. Kelly, because that's who they put on their face to be R. Kelly. In that episode, R. Kelly did get off. Remember when he was messing with all those years back, and he was allegedly, doing number one on somebody and all that wasn't of age and all of that stuff. He got off. Y'all remember all those years ago, he got off. And then almost 27 years later or so, I forgot how long it took them for to redo the case, or 10, whatever it was. I forgot. But anyway, it was a decade later. They caught R. Kelly and locked him up for the same case, basically. All those years later. So they let him go, and then they turn around and he kept doing it. I want y'all to pay attention to the fact that R. Kelly kept doing it. He thought that he was untouchable after they let him out the last time. They gave him a break. You would have thought that R. Kelly would have went, been like, okay, I got off. I'm not going to do that no more. You know what I'm saying? No. R. Kelly got off, and he was worse. He became an even bigger monster, allegedly. It became even worse when he got off last time, because he felt like, this is what this means when you're rich and you're famous. You can get away with this type of stuff. So he was worse. I told y'all, they create these monsters, and then when they make them worse, then that's when they snatch them back up. But yeah, they snatch R. Kelly back up off the street. But of course, allegedly, his own buddies set him up so that they could snatch him off the street and put him in there for good this time. Okay? What I got from that episode was, if Diddy do get out, he's not going to be out long. He's going to either go right back, because Diddy is Diddy. He's not going to change. And y'all already know that the arrogance of Diddy, he thinks that he's untouchable already. Just think how he's going to act. If he walk around with his head all up in the sky thinking that he is so much bigger and higher than everybody else, what y'all think he's going to be like if he walk up out of there? If Diddy walk up out that jail, he is going to go full force at people. Okay? Which I think, I think the prosecution noticed too. They can't control him. They couldn't control him in the jail. Look how he was kept breaking the law while he was in jail. Playing all kind of games. They can't control. He's a loose cannon. So if he do get out, he's going to be right back in there so fast. That's what I got out of that episode. That R. Kelly got away the first time. People was cheering in the courtroom on that episode of The Boondocks. And then right at, A decade later, here we go. He back in there again. But I don't think Diddy can't last a decade. Did y'all see that he had all those charges already on him and he was still doing the same crime? He got caught. He's supposed to turn himself in the next day or whatever. They was going to come pick him up the next day. And Diddy got caught doing the same thing that he was already charged for. Traffic to the king and mingle tingle sessions, okay? His baby or a party, okay? He got caught doing the same thing that he was charged with. He is sick. It's some serious stuff wrong with him. And he can't stop doing what he's doing. Even if they want to. Even if they want to pat him on the back and pretend like he got this halo over his head and he is just a perfect person. Diddy can't stop being Diddy. When they put that can't stop, won't stop on there, he can't stop and he won't stop doing the things that he's doing. And that means breaking the law. That's what I got out of that episode. That even though they let R. Kelly out that first time, he went right back. It took a little bit longer for them to let him out. But this one can't do it. He can't do it. He can't hide it. He can't hide who he is. Everybody's already talking about the biggest party of the decade they're going to throw when he comes home. But Diddy is Diddy. It ain't no way in the world he's going to stay free. Ain't no way in the world he's going to do that. Because he's not going to stop doing what he's doing. So this could go any kind of way, y'all. Any kind of way. But I got a feeling he's not getting out of there. Because he had a plant on him. He had somebody that was in there that was collecting information and a lot of good information to put him behind bars for a long time. They haven't even put that out there yet. So I don't think he's going to get out. But if he does, it's going to be so fast that he's going to be back in there that it's going to get you the swimming of the head. Okay, y'all? Because he is Diddy and Diddy is going to do Diddy. And he likes to terrorize people. Just like that female said, you know, the chef, she's terrorized and she's traumatized and this and that and this. Yes. This is Diddy, and he gets a kick, allegedly, out of, you know, doing people wrong. And he's been in there for a while, so, you know, you're going to have to feed the beast when he come out. And it's going to be a doozy, y'all. Okay? So, this is what I told y'all before. This is going to be, you know, interesting to see if the judge going to let this monster back out here. Because this monster going to be in full force, okay, when he come out of there. This is a demon right here. And he's waiting to bust up out that jail. And I don't care how many people that he want to, you know, lie to. And they want to act like, oh, he didn't have a hand in nothing. Diddy is what Diddy is. Okay? And it's worse than a bad boy. He's an evil, demonic person. And ain't no holding him back from what he's going to do when he get up out of there. And the judge knows this, the prosecution knows this, and the defense knows it too. But they getting paid to turn the other cheek, okay? They're getting paid. It's too many people getting set up by artists right now. And they're getting away with people's passing. They're getting away with it. Because they dated their, you know, got a tape with their wife now. And they passed away on their birthdays. All of this stuff is demonic, yo. That ain't no coincidence that somebody passed away on a certain person's birthday. Okay, y'all? These are not coincidences. They are, you know, making people, the world, feel like, you know, y'all a joke. That you're letting these people just do whatever they want because they got money. So just stay tuned, y'all. Stay tuned. This should have not been dropped whatsoever. If somebody played a part in taking somebody out, and there are so many shows that I have watched, you know, like crime shows and this and that and this, and people have committed crime and been paid to do something. And they go by that person's word. If they get caught and they say, this person right here paid me to do it, they took their word for it. So why won't they take his word for it, y'all? This guy, he said that Diddy paid him to do this, or supposed to pay him to do it. And he reneged on the situation. Okay? He was calling Diddy, asking him for his money. All that stuff. This man wasn't doing that for nothing, y'all. I refuse to believe it. Y'all let me know in the comment section. Do you believe them when they said that, did he pay for Tupac? Y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think. Because this is crazy for them to drop this one. I can see them throw out some of the, the women or the men that, if they don't have proof or it sounds just outrageous. But then again, a lot of the stuff sound outrageous that's connected to Diddy. So I don't even still see them throwing out other people's stuff. But sometimes, if they can prove that they were somewhere else at a certain time and this and that and this, that person or whatever, then okay, I can see them throwing out some of the stuff. But this one, I just don't see them throwing 2pac's out. I think 2pac's has a good, good stand and hold. I mean, let it hold. If he is good enough to tell on himself, he should be good enough to tell on Diddy too. And I think that's some BS, y'all. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like the video. And thank you all so much for watching. Peace.